Hey there, and welcome back, everyone. Let's solve LeetCode 53, maximum subarray. Given an integer array nums, find the subarray with the largest sum and return its sum. Example 1 here, we have this large nums array here, and if you do a deep dive and you inspect here, you see that this subarray 4, -1, 2, and 1 yields us the largest sum, right? Because 4 plus -1 gives us 3, 3 plus 2 gives us 5, 5 plus 1 gives us 6, right? Example 2, there's only one item in this nums array, so the output is 1. And in example 3, we can see that this entire subarray here yields us the maximum subarray, okay? And the answer is 23. So for the constraints here, we see that nothing is too crazy, so no crazy edge cases, so we will just abide by that. For the record, I'll be using this -10 to the 4th power as the value to initiate our output value, okay? And we're going to solve this in O of n time, okay? Let's go to the drawing board so we have a better understanding of our approach, okay? So as I mentioned before, we're going to be returning an output variable, which will set it equal to -10 to the 4th power. Oops, okay, so -10 to the 4th power in Python gives us this syntax here, right? And then we're gonna need a running sum, okay? So all we're gonna do is we're gonna go, and we wanna set running sum equal to 0, right? Because we're gonna build from 0. We're gonna just go left to right. So we're gonna just walk through this array, and we're gonna keep track of the running sum by adding to each value in this nums. If you look at this example here, running sum would be -2, then the output would be updated to -2 because -2 is larger than -10 to the 4th power. And we continue on, right? Oh, actually, sorry. So the moment that the running sum becomes a negative value, that means we've lost our gain, okay? We don't have a maximum positive sum anymore because it's become negative. That's the main hint there. So if the running sum's ever negative, we reset it to 0 and then continue our iteration. So now we get here, running sum becomes a 1. We compare it to the output, it's larger, so we get a 1 here. And then we get here, 1 plus -3 gives us -2. So running sum becomes a -2, and then now we have to reset it to 0, right? We get here, it becomes a 4. So now the output, 4 is greater than 1, so output becomes a 4. Then it gets here, it becomes a 3. It's still positive, okay, so we're okay there. And then we get here, and then it becomes a 5, okay? 5 is greater than 4, which is what the output is set to 4, right? So output becomes a 5. Then we get here, 5 plus 1 is 6. 6 is greater than 5, so output gets updated. And we get here, 6 and -5 gives us a 1, right? That's not larger than output, so output doesn't change. And then we continue on, running sum plus that 4, so 1 plus 4 gives us 5. And we're done with the loop, so we just return the output, right? That's it. That's the approach. So let me go ahead and code up this, or I'll draw out the solution, I should say. So we'll say define max-subarray, okay? And it takes in this nums variable, okay? And remember our output, we want to initialize that to be equal to 10 to the 4th power, okay? Get a little more space there. And I didn't just randomly choose that number, right? I got that number from the constraints for this question on LeetCode, right? It says that the values in the nums array can range from -10 to the 4th power all the way up to 10 to the 4th power, okay? So we know that, oh, so this needs to be a negative. Yeah, so -10 to the 4th power. Okay, great, yeah. Because we know that anything larger than this will update the output, right? Okay, so then now we want a running sum. So running sum, and we'll set that one equal to 0, right? Okay, so very simple. So for num and nums, our running sum will update. So running sum will plus equal that num, right? And then we're gonna see if our output can update itself between the max of the output and our current running sum. Okay, great. Okay, so if the running sum is ever negative, so if the running sum is ever less than 0, we've lost our gain, okay? We can drop that subarray, okay? That subarray sum, we can drop it, okay? And we need to reset the running sum to be equal to 0, right? And then at the very end, all we do is we return the output. Okay, so I know I did a walkthrough earlier, but I'll do it again because I have code now, okay? All right, so let's take a look at this here. I'm gonna zoom in a tad bit more. Okay, I think that's fine. Okay, great. So output, we have it initialized. Running sum, we have it initialized for num and nums. I'll use this pink triangle to represent the current num that we're in, okay? Great. Okay, so we are here to start off our for loop, right? So for num and nums, running sum plus equals that num, okay? So 0 plus -2 gives us a -2, okay? Output is equal to the max of output and running sum. -2 is larger than -10 to the 4th power, right? So output now gets updated to be -2, and we continue on, right? But we continue on to this if statement, right? So if running sum is less than 0, it is. So running sum now becomes a 0, okay? And then we continue on in the for loop, right? So then we get here, running sum plus equals that num. So running sum becomes a 1. Output gets updated because 1 is greater than -2, right? We don't hit this if condition, so we continue on in our for loop. We get here, running sum becomes a -2, right? Because 1 plus -3 gives us a -2. Output does not get updated, and the running sum now needs to get updated, reset, I should say, to 0. We continue in our for loop, right? So running sum plus 4, so 0 plus 4 gives us 4. Now the output gets updated, right? Because 4 is greater than 1, right? Don't hit this case here. We continue on in our for loop, right? So running sum plus equals num. 4 plus -1 just gives us a 3. Output does not change. This if statement does not get hit, right? So we continue on with our for loop. 4 plus 2, 3 plus 2, running sum plus equals the num, so 3 plus 2 gives us 5. 5 is greater than our current output, right? So our current output becomes a 5. We don't have to worry about this case, but we continue on in the for loop, right? 5 plus 1 now gives us a 6. 6 is greater than our current output, so our current output becomes a 6. And we don't have to worry about this if condition. We continue on in the for loop though. 6 and -5, so 6 plus -5 will give us a 1, right? Output does not get updated. This if condition does not get hit, right? None of those gets touched. So then we continue on here in the for loop. So then we get to a 4. So running sum plus 4 gives us a 5. 5 is not greater than the current output. And we just return the output, which is 6, and that works here. I want you to go to LeetCode and try examples 2 and 3 by yourself. With that being said, let's go to the draw LeetCode to code up this solution, okay? All right, so first and foremost, I'm gonna set the output equal to -10 to the 4th power, right? Because the constraints say that the values of the numbers range from -10 to the 4th power to 10 to the 4th power, right? So then now I need a running sum, set that equal to 0, and then for num and nums, our running sum will add from each num, right? And we need to update our output to be equal to the max of itself and the running sum, okay? So if the running sum, though, ever becomes less than 0, we need to reset it to be equal to 0, okay? So we can try to find the next maximum subarray. At the very end here, all we do is simply return the output. Let me test this out. Passes the initial test cases. Let me submit it. That's wonderful. We have a working solution. So back to the drawing board to discuss the time and the space, okay? So the time here is linear, okay? It is big O of n, where n is the size of the given num's input. The space is constant, right? We're not using any extra memory. All right, with that being said, as always, whatever platform you're on, like, comment, subscribe, follow, and I'll catch you in the next one.